Welcome to the Pueblo. The Pueblo houses were built out of bricks, which were made by combining hay/straw, mud, and rock. Once they made the bricks, they constructed houses like these. These houses are called adobe homes. The clay must have insulated the Pueblo homes, making them a lot cooler. The holes in the bricks were blocked off with mud so that rain, wind, and any unwanted pests couldn't get in. When you enter these homes, you might find posts in the middle of the rooms which are to keep the roof up. This is a representation of how many ladders the Pueblo actually had to climb to get to their next floors. You may also find rooms with white, red, black, or yellow stripes painted on them, which might have been a sign of wealth considering how much color there is in the desert. Rooms were built underground for celebrations and meetings called kivas. But sometimes the adobe homes dissolved. This was often caused by rain, although it couldn't have rained much. It must have been one time or another, though, because we wouldn't know that this had happened today. The clothes that the Pueblo were made out of cotton and or cloth. The women were dressed in cotton dresses called mantas, with a lot of cool patterns on them. And the men would usually just wear a breechcloth. Probably because it was so hot and they didn't want to overheat. All these clothes were probably very hard to make because they didn't have sewing machines back then, which might be another reason they didn't cover their whole body with cotton/cloth clothes, at least for the men. Believe it or not, but the Pueblo actually did a lot of farming. After all, it was their main source of food. The Pueblo mainly grew the three sisters, which are corn, beans, and squash, although they did grow corns and beans more than they did squash. Even though the Pueblo relied mostly on the three sisters, they still hunted deer, elk, and rabbit, although they were probably harder to reach than just growing corn. The Pueblo people were even good enough farmers that they occasionally would trade with their crops to other tribes in the area. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Malin on the Native American History Project. Thank you.